Once in a faraway land, there lived a young farmer named Ethan with his father Thomas and their loyal dog Bruno. They were poor but happy. Their small house was made of clay and straw, and they lived from a few chickens and a small cornfield. Every evening, father and son prayed together. Thomas always said, "Son, the life of a poor man is not easy, but if you work hard and trust in God, He will open your path." Ethan believed his father's words deeply. He dreamed of one day having good land to help others and to never forget God. Bruno, their dog, was more than a pet. He was family. He guarded the chickens, walked with them to the market, and slept near their house every night. Life was peaceful and full of love. But one day, Thomas became sick. His hands shook, his voice weakened, and soon he could not work. Ethan carried him home on his back, while Bruno walked beside them, worried and silent. Ethan prayed every night for his father's health, but Thomas grew weaker. Before his final breath, he held his son's hand and said, "My son, don't lose your faith. When a man loses everything but keeps his faith, he still has everything." After his father passed away, Ethan buried him under the big tree near their house, where they used to rest together. Bruno stayed by the grave, crying softly. Then, tragedy struck again. A fire destroyed their small farm and burned everything. Ethan fell to his knees and cried, "Why, God, why do you take everything from me?" But when Bruno came and licked his hands, Ethan understood that he was not completely alone. Only he and his dog remained. So Ethan decided to leave his burned home. He promised his father's grave that he would return one day. With a small bag and a stick, he walked away, with Bruno at his side. Days passed. They slept under trees, drank from rivers, and shared small pieces of bread. One night, they reached a small village, but no one wanted to help the poor stranger. Hungry and tired, Ethan found an old abandoned house on the edge of town and decided to rest there. That night he prayed, "Thank you, Lord, because even when I have nothing, I still have life and my faithful friend." The next day, he found work with a kind man named Pedro, who gave him food and paid him for helping on his farm. When villagers asked where he lived, Ethan said, "In the old house near the woods." The villagers looked at him with surprise. "That house is cursed," one said. "They say a spirit guards a hidden treasure there." Ethan smiled and answered, "I don't need treasure. I only want peace." That night, something strange happened. The air grew cold, and Bruno began to growl. A shadow appeared in the dark corner of the house. A spirit. The spirit spoke, "Young man, why are you here? Do you seek my treasure like the others?" Ethan trembled but said honestly, "No, sir. I lost my father, my home, and all I had. I only seek a place to rest. I want nothing more." The spirit became calm. "You are different? Others came with greed, but you came with faith and a pure heart. The treasure you seek is not gold. It is the blessing of God." Then the spirit disappeared, and in the place where it stood, a small chest appeared. Inside were old coins and jewelry, a real treasure. Ethan fell to his knees and whispered, "Thank you, Lord. You never left me." He used the treasure to rebuild his father's house, help the poor, and start a new life with Bruno always by his side. And from that day on, the villagers said that God rewards the humble, and that true treasure comes to those who never lose their faith.